今天要分享的改编故事是曾子杀彘，希望能在学习英语的路上给你带来收获。你的每个点赞和订阅都是对我莫大的鼓励。那么，咱们开始吧。
You are standing in your kitchen, and you hear your child crying. You make a promise just to stop the tears. But when you break that promise, what are you really teaching them? 2,500 years ago, in the state of Lu during the spring and autumn period, there lived a man named Xingzi. He was a student of Confucius, the great master. But he was not just any student. Confucius believed that Xingzi understood the deepest lessons about loyalty, about family, and about the self. History remembers Xingzi as the author of the Great Learning. It remembers him as a teacher of emperors. But on one ordinary morning, his greatest lesson was not taught in a grand hall. It was taught in a muddy yard with a squealing pig. The sun was barely over the wall. Xingzi was inside their small home, focused on his bamboo scrolls. His wife was tying her hair back, preparing to walk to the market. Their son, a boy of maybe 5 or 6 years old, grabbed his mother's sleeve. "I want to go. Take me to the market." The market was crowded. It was dusty. It was not a place for a small child. His mother gently tried to pull his hand away. "No. You stay here with your father." The boy did not let go. His face turned red. Tears welled up in his eyes. He stomped his small foot. "No. I want to go. I want to go." The mother looked down at him. She was in a hurry. The merchants would sell the best vegetables early. If she walked slowly with a child, everything good would be gone. She needed a quick solution. She bent down and looked into his wet eyes. She spoke softly. "Listen. You stop crying. You go back inside. And when I come back, we will kill the pig. We will cook it. You will eat the best meat for dinner." The crying stopped. The little boy looked up. "Really? The pig, really?" she said. "Now go." She stood up, smoothed her dress, and walked out the gate. The boy ran back inside, his heart full of waiting. That afternoon, the sun was high and hot. The wife walked back through the gate, tired from the long walk, her basket full of greens and beans. She heard a strange noise. It was a squeal. A panicked squeal from the backyard. Then she heard the scraping of hooves. Her eyes went wide. She dropped her basket. Beans rolled across the dirt. She ran to the back. There was her husband, Xingzi. His robes were tied up. His hands were gripping a rope. The rope was around the neck of their fat pig. The pig was digging its hooves into the earth, screaming. The boy was jumping up and down, clapping. "What are you doing?" she screamed, rushing forward. She grabbed Xingzi's arm. "Stop. Let it go." Xingzi looked at her. "Come. You told the boy. When you came back, we would kill the pig." She laughed, but it was a nervous laugh. She pulled harder on his arm. "I was joking. It was a joke for the child. Let it go." But Xingzi did not let go. He looked at her, then he looked at their son, who was watching them with big, curious eyes. Xingzi spoke slowly. His voice was not angry. It was serious. It was the voice of a teacher. "Wife, look at him. He is small. He does not understand the world yet. He watches us. Every single day. He watches your mouth. He watches my hands. He learns from us. That is the only way he learns." He tightened his grip on the rope. "You told him you would kill the pig." In his mind, that is the truth. That is the way the world works. But if I let this pig go? If you tell him it was a joke? You are teaching him something. You are teaching him that words are empty. You are teaching him that promises are toys to be thrown away. The wife stopped pulling his arm. She stood still. Xingzi continued. "Today, you lied to him. He learns that lying is okay. Tomorrow, he will lie to us. The day after, he will lie to everyone he meets. Is that what we want? A son who does not trust us? A son we cannot trust?" The pig squealed again. The sun beat down. The boy waited. "Mother," Xingzi said softly, "we do not raise a pig. We raise a child." His wife looked at the pig. It was a good pig. It was fat. It was valuable. It was money for the winter. Then she looked at her son. She saw the hope in his eyes. She saw the trust. She stepped back. She nodded. Xingzi pulled the rope. That night, the family ate meat. The little boy ate until his belly was round. He smiled at his mother. He smiled at his father. He did not know the philosophy behind the meal. He did not know the weight of the lesson. But he knew one thing: his parents' words were real. They were solid. They were like the ground under his feet. This story is not really about a pig. It is about the small moments. The moments we forget. You have made promises to people. Maybe to your child. Maybe to a friend. Maybe to yourself. You said, "Next time." You said, I will. And then life got busy. You let the words dissolve into air. But words do not dissolve. They land somewhere. They land in the hearts of the people waiting. Xingzi understood that integrity is not a big, loud thing. It is a quiet, private thing. It happens when no one is watching. It happens when keeping your word costs you something. Look at your own life right now. Is there a promise you made that is still waiting? Is there someone whose eyes lit up when you spoke, and now those eyes have learned to doubt? The world teaches us that a small lie is harmless. But a small lie is a crack in the wall. And over time, the wall falls down. Be the person who keeps their word, even when it hurts. Even when it costs a pig. Because in the end, the meat is gone in a day. But the trust? That lasts a lifetime.
真诚感谢你的收看。如果本期内容对你有帮助，请点赞或留言告诉我，你的反馈对我非常重要。下期见。